We have reached the trade deadline here in year 6, and we are coming off 3 straight losses against the Bulls, the Hornets, and the Hawks. So maybe right now is the time for us to make that one last move to really cement ourselves as the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We have a 1.5 game lead over the Pistons and the Raptors as of right now, as they're both at 34 and 17, but they have 3 games in hand on us. So these next 3 games before the All-Star break definitely matter. We got to play well in these. But before we get through those, we got to make some kind of a trade. We got to figure out who could we add to this team to really make it better. We have injuries to Jovanovic and Dort, so this is going to be helping us out in those games as well with these injuries too. And what we're looking for here in a shooting guard is somebody that can shoot the mid-range and the 3-point. They can play make with at least some decent ball handling skills, decent to high IQ, and good physicals, and at least somebody with like a B or so defense outside. That's what I'm looking for. That's the perfect fit for this system. So let's go see what the options are. I use the player finder to whittle my list down to around 20 or so players. So I did 6'5" or 6'4" as the height. Shooting guard, B or better, mid-range, 3-point, perimeter defense, playmaking IQ, and then C+ or better physicals. Because you got to have somebody who's fast and relatively athletic as well to fit our system, because we are a very fast-paced team. And this is the list. Now, most of the guys towards the top are going to be out of the range for us to make a move. Like probably Nick Smith and above are probably guys that we just can't go after because they either cost too much and we can't afford them, or it just wouldn't make sense for that team to make that move. But the first guy that I saw on this list that I thought was a good option for us was potentially Dariq Whitehead out of Duke. Here in his 5th season, putting up 15.6 points per game, shooting lights out. He's got plenty of good badges, several there in gold as well. So good shooter, can play defense. He's also tall at 6'7", so really gives you a lot more size than we're used to. Because right now we've been rocking with a 6'4" guard for almost the entire season. But despite him being expendable, he's on the Raptors and they are in contention with us for the 1 seed. So I don't know if that would really make too much sense. Kobe Buffkin here caught my eye, but when I looked through his ratings and stuff, I wasn't impressed by his numbers this year or really last year either. He's kind of been worse over the past 3 seasons. So I felt like he was probably the wrong guy to go for. Then I saw Harvey Sharp here, who we obviously know all about. But this year he's having a really good year, a career year really. 18.6 points per game, 4 boards, 3 assists. And he's putting up really good shooting splits. But apparently he wants to test, but they consider him a part of their core. And so for me, if somebody is part of a core for a team or a superstar, then I'm not going to make a trade for them, simply because it wouldn't make sense for a playoff team of their caliber to give a player of that caliber when they probably wouldn't be getting that much better in the trade. So more options. We got Stevie Richardson here, who we know about. We thought about drafting him a couple years back. He's progressed well from a 75 overall when he was drafted, but his numbers leave a lot to be desired. Very similar to Kobe Buffkin in terms of the shooting splits, but he's just not scoring a lot per game, and he can contribute in other areas like rebounds and assists and stuff, but the Magic are bad. He's not very good. It would make sense for them to trade him away, but I wanted to find other options instead, and I saw Ochai Agbaji here out of Kansas. Currently plays for the Pacers on a 2-year, $51 million contract, but he is like the perfect fit. He's 6'5", extremely athletic, and he's also on the trade block. So at this point, I was like, look, I might want to go for this guy instead. But he was traded from the Knicks to the Pacers earlier this year, so that there's a chance that we can't actually trade for him, because you have to wait a certain number of days after a trade's been made before he can be traded again. So he was traded with Josh Hart for Najee and Daniel Gafford. We can get any offers and we can't. So Agbaji no longer can be acquired. It's just about a week's worth of days away from the deadline, and that just sucks. And then going for Whitehead, just trying to see what the offers would be, and they don't even want to get rid of him, so I'm not going to trade for him either. I whittled down the ratings by like a little bit for the physicals. and for the playmaking. And I found Jose Ramirez here, who actually is a pretty good fit. He's got good shooting. He's a decent defender. He's also expendable in terms of his organizational role. And he has progressed well from the mid-70s overall, just like Richardson did. In terms of his stats, 14.5 points per game, having a career year shooting-wise, and is very good from behind the arc. Now, I have concerns about the free throw percentage. I think that should be higher, but he's by far the best option on this list that I found. So, the offers that they want to give us, they want to give us back Dalen Webb. They want to ship Webb out. He's not getting much playing time over there because they got two centers with Wembanyama and Lively. So Lively's playing off the bench, and they want to get Malik Monk in this trade. But I don't even want Webb back. He's not a fit to our scheme. And so then all these offers, I spent half an hour trying to put a deal together, and they were not budging. But eventually got one done. But all these different trades, I threw in Charles Bassey to try and coerce him into swapping centers because they really wanted to get rid of Webb, and they were not going to let us get away with this without acquiring him back. So eventually, I started to offer Cam Reddish a bit more because they had been intrigued by him a little bit. They offered Kiba, but he hasn't played it. I'm not going to do that. So then I offered Malik Monk, Reddish, and Bassey. They counter offer. They want our second round pick this year, but they're going to offer us their first round pick in 4 seasons. So I think this is the trade to make. You lose 2 pieces that were not even playing. You lose kind of a starter bench piece for his replacement, and you also get Webb, who's really good depth, probably better depth than Charles Bassey is. You pretty much just lose a roster spot, and you gain a first round pick in the future for a team that's probably going to be great in 4 years. But that's hard to know until we take the offer and we have acquired Jose Ramirez and Dalen Webb. And now here's our rotation. Going to give Jovanovic those 33 minutes, but we're going to give Ramirez just below 30. So he'll get way more than Dort or Monk we're getting as starters. But should Webb get playing time? Right now he's not. But should he get playing time? Has he earned playing time? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, because we're not going to get into another game until next episode. But in terms of this move, it might have been a lateral move in terms of the system proficiency. Now, is he a better player than Malik Monk is overall? I think so. Can he contribute more? I think he will. But in terms of, does it improve the system? Not necessarily. So that could be a pretty lateral move, but we make it, and that was pretty much the final trade of the deadline. There were a lot of other trades before ours, so most teams weren't going to make any more moves. But we were by far probably the biggest trade in terms of the assets traded, in terms of like how many there were. But Corey Kispert was traded for Joshua Primo, so he's now on the Magic. Bruce Brown was traded, but now we're going to sim through these last 3 games to get us into the All-Star break. We get Jovanovic back after the first 2, and we go 3-0 since acquiring Ramirez. And he started all 3 games, obviously, so that's a good stretch to take us into the All-Star break. 32 for Kuminga, and a monster triple-double for Boyd here against the Rockets in a blowout win. We put up 81 second-half points on these guys, and Boyd had just a monster game. I mean, Jovanovic played well. Ramirez, 12, 9, and 4, 5 for 11, so good rebounding for a shooting guard. Pretty good stuff there. 21 for Green, and a good day for Willard Ford, but we come out on top because they shot 31%. That is horrible. We won a close one here by 1 at home against Boston. 30 for Boyd, 24, 6, and 6 for Jovanovic, and 18 for Ramirez. Kuminga only took 8 shots. So there's a chance that Kuminga's production might go down a little bit with Ramirez. That might actually happen for all of our starters. So you could see the scoring go down for a couple of those guys. But I think overall it's better to have a better team than have a couple of guys put up some monster stats, right? In this game against the Sixers, it was a very low scoring game as both teams shot about 40%, but we eke it out again by 3, trying to hold off a second half comeback. But now we are 40-17 with a 3.5 game lead as the Pistons have fallen behind the Raptors in the Eastern Conference. So at the break, a very nice cushion between us and the next couple of teams. in the Rising Stars Challenge. We're going to skip this one because we don't have anybody involved in here. Could have been fun to see Carroll, but we've already seen him once this year. And we might see him again next episode in a rematch with the Nuggets. So we'll see about that. But Lawal puts up 24, despite Team USA taking this one by 24 points. We get Lou Dort back as well midway through the All-Star break, so he'll be healthy coming out of the All-Star game. But now it's time for the three-point shootout. You got Mac Boyd here, obviously. Jovanovic not here, curiously, when he leads the entire league in shooting. But that's okay. Here we go. At least we got Boyd here. The Starry three-point contest starts right now. Starting from the right corner. Pretty hot start. 3 for 3. This is that one. The money ball goes. 4 for 5 start there in the corner. 5 points on that first rack. Money ball rack now out on the wing. This is the second and third shots. That one goes, and he goes 3 for 5. Starry shot for 3 points. It's good. Now top of the key. It's probably where most guys are going to be their best, but a lot of guys tend to have their money ball racks on the wings, so we'll see if that's the case. He goes 2 for 5 top of the key, but goes 2 for 2 from Starry range. Now he's on the other wing. Missing the first one. The next two are up and in. 3 straights. 4 in a row for Booker. In the corner, trying to finish this one strong. He keeps the streak going, but then misses his second shot. That one rims out 2. The last shot is in there. 3 for 5 finish. 28 points for Booker. That is the baseline pretty much for the rest of this three-point contest. Next up is Grady Dick. I think they're all going to start here in this corner. Dick goes 3 for 5, just starts. Same money ball rack position as Booker did. Bricks the first one and the third one. And he finished strong. 3 for 5 there. Starry range. Up and out. Right now he's fallen behind Booker. Booker went 2 for 5 top of the key. And Dick rebound here. 4 for 4. The money ball is good. 5 for 5 at the top of the key. Impressive stuff. The second Starry range one goes. Now he's out to the wing again. Remember, he needs 28 to tie Booker. The top 3 move on to round 2. He's got 23, needs 5 points. He hits all of them. He'll pass Booker. This shot is out. Got to make all these the rest of the way to tie it. And he does. Clutch shots there by Grady Dick, and he gets 28 as well. That brings up Tyrese Maxey, one of the league's top scorers this year, top 5, at over 28 points per game. First 2 shots in the corner go for him. Third one rims out. That one goes. The money ball is out. Looks like his money ball rack is top of the key instead of out here on the wing. Trying to pick up some steam. Missing the fourth one. The money ball goes this time. Starry range for 10 points. No. Now he's got the money ball rack. First 2 go. 3 for 3. Hot starts. Almost perfect there. Second Starry range one also rims out. That's a crucial miss. He's well behind Booker and Dick. Needs to really finish strong. 3 in a row for Maxey. Make it 4. Can he do 5? Yes. Perfect out there in the second wing. In the corner. First one's out. So is the second one. He's fallen behind here. And he does not even get the last shot off in time. It's 23 for Maxey. And that brings up the reigning MVP, Mac Boyd. I forget if we saw him here before. I think we did. And he lost by a pretty wide margin. 0 for 2 start. Now he's picking up some steam. Going 3 for 3 to end it. Out on the wing. First one goes. 2 straights. That one's out. Money ball is good. 3 for 5 out on the wing. Starry range is on the money. Big shots. Top of the key. First 2 drop for him. 3 for 3, 4 for 4. Money ball rims out. Would have loved that one to go. Second starry range, no good. Same score as Maxi at this point with 15. First shot goes. Second and third ones don't. And he misses another money ball shot. Only 2 out of the 4 have fallen so far. Money ball rack here in the corner. 3 for 3. Fourth one rims out. The fifth one goes. And he finishes with 25. Just over Maxi. So as long as Jalen Green and Desmond Bane don't get over 25, Boyd should be moving on to the last round against Booker and Dick. Green starts off 2 for 4 and goes 3 for 5 like most people have gone here in this first corner. Now out on the wing. Money ball rack. Same spot where Dick and Booker had it. And Green goes 3 for 5 there. Starry range off the line. Top of the key now. 2 for 2. That one rims out. Also, we are here in Houston in the All-Star break, so this is kind of a home performance for Jalen Green. Same spot as Boyd and Maxi at this point with 15. The final 2 racks. 0 for 2 from starry range. Money ball from the wing is good. He's got 20. Can he finish over Boyd? He's got to hit all 5. 2 for 2. That one's out. He won't finish over Boyd. He could tie him, but it's out, and he did not get the shot off in time anyway. So 23 for Green. So right now, as long as Bane does not put up 25 or more, Boyd's moving on. Bane starts here in the corner. 1 for 3 starts. That one's good. Almost everyone has gone 2 for 5, or 3 for 5 here in the first corner. Out on the wing. Bane. 2 for 5. No, 3 for 5. No, 4 for 5. Jesus. Way off the mark. The starry range won't go. Now he's got a top of the key. Just under 34 seconds left. Money ball is good. Starry range is offline. He's got the least points at this point. So he's got to finish really strong. That one goes. That one's in there. It's good. Money ball goes. 4 for 5. He's got to finish strong. Money ball rack for Bane. He can still beat Boyd. He hasn't missed in 7 shots. Make it 8 for 9 straight. It's good. And he passes Boyd to tie it for 28. Are you kidding me, Desmond Bane? And Boyd is not moving on. It's Booker, Dick, and Bane instead. So here's Booker's next turn. Everybody starts in the same corner, apparently. And Booker did move his money ball rack towards the top of the key, I think. Instead of out on the wing here. 4 points on the first rack. Now on the wing. Hot starts. 7 straight threes. Finally missed one. Starry range. Good. Now he's got the money ball rack. I feel like Booker might win this just based off of this performance alone. This is insane. He goes 4 for 5 on the money ball rack. The second starry range is out, but 3 for 4 on starry range shots is pretty impressive here in the 3-point shootouts. Out on the second wing. 2 straight, make it 3. Money ball, good. He is just such a hot shooter. Trying to finish strong here in the corner. That one drops. Fourth one goes. Money ball to cap it off. It's good. 29. Somehow better than his first round. Grady Dick next up. Just over 25 points per game for him this season. The clock does not start until they make their shot. You lose 1 second per shot until you make one. And he goes 2 for 5 here in the corner. Slow start. But at least he got one of the money ball shots to go. Out on the wing, he moved his money ball rack to where Booker had it, top of the key. And he goes 4 for 5 on the wing. Starry range. Good. Did that same spot last time, too. Top of the key. First 2 off the mark. 0 for 3. Tough stretch there for Dick. Knocks down the final two. That one goes as well from story range, but I think it's pretty much over as not enough balls to get 29, and he's missed 3 straight shots again here. Just too many misses, especially on the money ball rack. Trying to finish strong here, but it won't be enough. He can finish with 27, and he does, with 0.4 on the clock. Now it's the turn for Desmond Bane, the last guy. He is also a hot shooter. Obviously finishes last round extremely strong. He needs 29 to tie Booker, 30 to beat him. 5 on the first corner, and then I skipped it by accident. So my fault. He goes 4 for 5 in the money ball rack, but he was well short with 21, and Booker wins it with 29. So congrats to him. He's the winner of this year's three-point contest. Mac Boyd gets 4th place. Now it's time for the dunk contest. Mac Boyd here as well. He is the just star player across all 3 events on these last 2 days of the All-Star break. But here we go. The AT&T 5G Slam Dunk Contest here in Houston. Mac Boyd's gonna go first. Here's his first dunk. It's a little cock back over the right shoulder. And it goes in. Just a pretty simple first one. Don't really blame him for the first dunk. But easy enough. A violent cock back. And he gets a dunk score of 41. Better than I thought it would be. Next up is Bobby May out of Oklahoma City. His first dunk is a simple 360 left-handed dunk. He has a little shimmy afterwards. Not sure that was worth a shimmy, but there's the replay. And he will get a dunk score of 31. 10 points lower than Boyd. That is some pretty good judging there, I guess. That's a nice dunk from Lawrence Blackwell. If some of you guys really want me to trade for last year and this year, but I said no. Just a little mini windmill dunk. He gets a dunk score of 34. So right now, Boyd's cockback is by far the highest one. Schultz next up, through the legs, but he misses the jam, and now he's guaranteeing himself a pretty poor score here. A simple one to end it, but he's not going to have a good score here at all. He gets 36. Samo is the second highest, but through round 1, Mac Boyd is the leader here, and he's next up for his second dunk. Here he goes! He punts the ball into the crowd. Here's the replay. Dunk score of 36 on that one, so 77 is the score to beat. May needs quite a high score, and not sure he's going to get it with that one. He blows a kiss. This guy loves his theatrics, huh? He does switch hands mid-air, which is very impressive, but only a dunk score of 29. My God, these judges are pretty brutal. Next up was Blackwell. He bounces it to himself and misses his own dunk. He's going to have to try again, and now he's guaranteeing himself the loss. So, yeah, thumbs down, buddy. I'm sorry. Here's the replay through the legs. Dunk score 30 because he missed the first one. Jared Schultz is the last hope. You need a dunk score of 42 to beat Boyd, and that's not going to get it done. There's just no way. It's the same exact thing that made it on his first dunk. Little robot shimmy thing there, and he gets a dunk score 32. One of the lamest dunk contests maybe ever, but Boyd wins it easily with 77 points, and then I just get no chance to even watch it. I can't even see him take a bow. Really? Come on. Give me a break, team. End game. Come on. But that was it for the dunk contest. Now it's time for the All-Star game. Team Ja against Team Mac here in Houston. Here we go. Here we go. Tip-off here. The Toyota Center is won by Evan Mobley. Team Mac starts with the ball. First bucket is good from Cade Cunningham. Wembanyama rises up over Boyd and knocks it down. Another jumper up and good from the mid-range. Boyd to Cunningham with the assist. And Cunningham to SGA for the triple. Quick start for Team Mac. Cunningham in the corner, another assist to Mac Boyd. Too early once for him as Garland picks Cunningham's pocket, takes it the other way for 2. The Team Ja does go off to a pretty slow start here. Wembanyama knocks it down for 3 despite the shot contest. Garland on the other end, got it. 4-point game. Bucket and foul on the inside. They're calling fouls here in the All-Star game. It's concerning. Another one for Cunningham. Garland called for his second foul. This one's blocked by Mobley. Jokic can't dunk it in. Then they soar it to Smith. Nice pass there. Cunningham steps back and knocks it down. Wembanyama follows his own shot, gets it back, and puts it in for 2. Him and Cunningham going back and forth as he blocks Mobley's shot on the other end. Zion checks in and knocks down the triple. And then Miller answers right back with that step-in 3. Ball hits the jumper. It's 24-43 now. Miller the fadeaway. Good God, what a first quarter for Team Mac. It's 46-24. The blowouts. What's going on here? A 22-point lead. Cole knocks it down and cuts the gap. But Miller comes down the other end and says, no, you don't. It was a really good three-point shooter as Zion gets the lob from Garland, his new teammate over in Cleveland. Holmgren dunks it, then Garland gets back door off the assist from Holmgren. Now he finds Barnes for the 3, and that one's good. Smith finds Boyd. That was a behind-the-back dunk. Where was this in the All-Star game? Or in the three-point or the dunk contest? Jesus, like, I can't even speak. Look at this. Oh my God. That was gnarly. Here's a full play. That was sick, dude. Miller. How? That is just incomprehensible. Jokic on the other end dunks it, and now it's time for a bit of a run here from Team Ja. Trying to close the gap prior to halftime. Giannis hits it. Barnes in transition knocks it down. 12-point game. Jokic gets inside on the mismatch. And they lob it to Giannis and another transition play. 10-point game. Ja hits the tough 3 contested. Cunningham answers right back. 73-63. SGA got it to beat the buzzer. 0.2 on the clock. 12-point game at halftime after being up by 22-1. So nice stretch there by Team Ja to close the gap. Giannis starts the quarter with the 3, and Boyd catches the lob there. He had a really good second half. You're going to see more of his highlights down the stretch. Boyd hits the jumper. 8-point game. Then for 3, it's good despite the contest from Wembanyama. Cunningham swatted out of bounds by Giannis. 2-bucket game. We lob it again to Mac Boyd. 87-81. He's got 16 points now. Pair of free throws as well earlier on in this game. Wembanyama with a tray. Jokic the jumper. 1-point contest. SGA hits the triple top of the key. Cunningham, another one. And our lead extends back to 7. Under 3 to go in the quarter. Morant fouled on the shot by Smith. The free throw would be good as well. Garland scores. Still within a couple of buckets. Another 3 goes. Tatum over Holmgren. Got it. Despite the outreached arms. Deep 3 it goes for Darius Garland. Tatum another one over Zion. And we go to the fourth quarter. Up by 9, 110-101. Target score of 134. First one there wins. Gotta close this game out strong. There's Giannis off the lob from Jokic. 4-point game up to Scotty Barnes. 2-point game. Top of the key again for SGA. He knocks it down. Tatum's wide open. That one drops for him. Barnes. Another shot drops. Now for 3. Wide open. Of course it goes. 1-point game. This one's blocked by Jokic. On the other end, Giannis jams it in. This for the lead. Ball got it. 120-118. Team Ja. Mobley over Jokic. Yes. The two teammates going head to head. Boyd. Oh my God. Another absolute spectacle of a dunk. Again, where was this in the dunk contest, man? He's had 2 dunks way better than either of his in that dunk contest. This is just incredible. One last look, full speed. There's like a full 360 or 480 or some kind of a awesome dunk, spinning wise. Tie ball game, SGA, top of the key, got it. Tatum's open again. It's good off the assist from Alexander. Barnes on the other end lays it in. 4-point game. Boyd, tough finish through the contact from Jokic. He's got 20 points as Cunningham's blocked off the backboard by Giannis. Mobley fouled on the shot though. And these free throws could make it a 1-bucket game in terms of 1 bucket away from winning. First free throw is up and good. Can't believe we're calling fouls here in the All-Star game, but especially this late in the game. There's been 11 for us, 6 for them. Mobley goes 1 for 2. And then we lob it to Mobley on our next possession, 1-point game. Morant drives and scores, 126-133. This one is for the win. Mobley lays it in over Zion. His Cleveland replacements, and Team Mac wins the All-Star game, 135-126. A 9-point victory for number 22's first captainship here in the All-Star game. 2029 goes Team Mac's way. And the All-Star game MVP, awarded by Adam Silver, is, of course, Cade Cunningham. The best player on the winning team today. He had like 32 or 34 or some crap like that. Took way too many shots for my liking. Not a fan of him. He drops 30 and 11. Boyd drops 27 and 7 on great shooting and hit 5 free throws. He just knows how to win. And they win again here today. So good scoring for Tatum and Miller. Wembanyama had 34 in this game, but it wasn't enough. But pretty fun also game, I'd say. But that will just about do it here for the episode, folks. The home stretch is coming up. The last month and a half or so of the season. And I think we're going to watch this next game against the Nuggets out of the All-Star break on national television because they are still the best team, 48-7. We beat them earlier this year, but that was on a different slider set, so... And also just because that was a pretty bad game from Mitchell. He just missed a lot of the open shots. Mobley did too, so I'm expecting a bit of a better game here. And with Jose Ramirez, potentially, could be a lot more fun too. Gonna end the year against the Raptors with our last game, but that's it here for the All-Star break, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll see what happens next time out. Should Webb get playing time for us? Let me know down below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.